Hey everybody, it's Mr. Hammond, and I'm going to be showing you how to make the sundial for the shadow lab that we're going to be doing, okay? So you want to find something that's maybe like about 12 inches across in diameter, and again, diameter is going from one end of the circular object to the other end through the middle. So this one right here, this bucket from Lowe's, these work great. It's about 12, it's a little under 12 inches, but that's about 12. And then what I like about this bucket, it has these little holes right in the middle. And so I'm going to line up the holes on either edge of my cardboard. So I'm only showing half of the bucket. So only half the bucket's on a piece of cardboard. And you can use, what am I thinking of? You can use a cereal box cardboard, but you want something somewhat stiff. Cardstock may work. My personal favorite, good piece of cardboard. I mean, we're all ordering from Amazon anyway because of the holiday season, so why not use a box from Amazon? So there you go. And then I'm going to take my Sharpie marker. I'm going to draw all the way around, trace half of this bucket on there. So what that's going to give me is a half circle. Now I'm calling this a sundial. It's not a true sundial, but I'm calling it that because I don't know what else to call it. Let me cut this guy out. You're probably like, why am I doing this? Because if it's smaller, it's easier for me to cut. Alright, so that's what I made. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut that out. You know what? Better idea. Let's put our drawings in this first, and then we can cut it out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some marks all the way around this to indicate positions of the sun. So I'll make the marks, and I'll do them upside down so that you can see them. Hopefully I can do them upside down. So I want to start off in the middle. I want to make a mark in the middle of the circle. So I'm going to measure the distance here. From one side to the next, about 12. So half of that's 6. So I'll make a mark, a little dot at 6. And you'll all want a dot right there in the middle. So that's perfect right there. Okay, and then I'm going to try to line it up as best I can using my ruler. If your dad or mom has one of those right angle measurements that they use for building things, that works great for this. I'm going to make a little mark at the top like that, okay? And then I'm going to write on that 12 noon. noon. All right? Now I'm going to go through the process of naming one sunset and one sunrise. So let's see here. If I'm looking at it straight ahead, my right side is going to be my east. So that's where the sun's going to rise. So I'm going to call this sunrise. And the sunrise is in the east. And then it's going to set on the west, which is going to be the other side. So sunset. And I'm going to make a little dash mark right there. And we'll hold this up so you can see it. So I have my sunset and my sunrise, and I made that little dash mark at the bottom. It doesn't matter where you make it, but make it close to the edge. And now I'm going to go ahead and make 3 other marks in between here. So I'm going to go halfway in between these and make a mark. Go halfway in between these, make a mark. And I want all my marks to kind of go towards the center. So I should be lining this up. There we go. Now I'm going to go halfway in between those 2 marks. And I'm going to do halfway in between these 2 marks. See, I use my fingers to kind of like line it up. It helps a lot. And now I'm going to mark these times. I'm going to call, since this is going to be sunset, this is going to be 4:30 p.m., let's say. This one right here is going to be, well, if that's noon, so let's say that's right there, that could be 1:30 p.m. And that would make this 3 p.m. Let's take a look at that. Okay, And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Again, watch my technique. I put a finger on each end. I kind of pull them to the middle. Right there. And then I use my ruler to line up with that center dot that I put in the very beginning. Then I do the same thing over here. I pull towards the middle. Use my ruler to line things up. Now I do the same thing over here. I put my finger on each line and pull towards the middle. Use my ruler to line things up. And now for my times here, since it's sunrise, this is going to be, what I pick, 7:30 a.m. Then we go to 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. I think it is. So 10:30 a.m., 9 a.m., and 7:30 a.m. I guess I kind of wrote those upside down, but you'll get the gist. Now I'll have a picture of this so you can just look at this full on so you know what you're going to be writing. But that's what you need. Don't forget this dot down here in the bottom. That's where we're going to line up our Lego man. Now when you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and, you could cut it out. Technically you wouldn't have to cut it out. This would probably work like this. But I'm going to go ahead and cut mine out. I think it might be easier that way. Boy, cutting cardboard with small, scissors is not fun at all. My fingers hurt. What I need is my carpet cutters. Carpet knife, that would be perfect. Okay, there we go. I have my sundial ready. In the next video, we'll talk about how you set up this lab so that you're ready to do it correctly. Okay, hey, thanks for joining. Make sure you follow directions and do your best work. Write things neatly. Don't be sloppy.